Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Diddler Cup Racing Series. We are live from WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis in Sturgis, South Dakota. It is the location of this, the very final race of the regular season of the Diddler Cup before the playoffs begin. It is one race to rule them all, one race to find yourselves in or out of the playoffs. My name is Chip Chapman. I'm here joined by Beaumont Jenkins to my left.
Oh, I go first this time. Oh,
I know. I realized it didn't sound right in my head either. No, me neither.
Hey, we are ready here from the green dirt of Sturgis, North and South Dakota. And I got to tell you, it's been a wild day there. I mean, people are contracting smallpox and diphtheria and diarrhea. And if you don't mind me, I have a statement I am contractually required to read here.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Someone posted this on Twitter, and I got to read this here. Is your bowl half full? You may be entitled to compensation. I don't get fed if you don't get fed. Yeah, now.
Damn, that's awesome, Beaumont.
That's a good sponsorship. You got yourself a nice little sponsorship for that.
They're sending me $5. They're sending me a $5 check in the mail. I'm pretty happy with it.
That's not bad.
That's awesome.
You can get yourself a $5 footlong from that.
That's on that. I signed up on a site called Five or Die. You give you $5 to do something. If you don't do it, a hitman comes and beats your legs out.
Oh, they're really serious about that or die aspect of it, huh?
Well, Lightning Lord Shivers ain't no damn quitter.
Yep. Well, and to my right is Lightning Lord Shivers.
I have my license taken away from me. I did not quit stock car automobile racing. You let that be known. Happy 25th anniversary, Hog Wild 1996 Speedway.
Hell yes, we are here live at WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis. It is going to be a hell of a goddamn auto race. We are seeing this picturesque backdrop, as Beaumont put it, the green grass of Sturgis.
Green dirt of South Dakota.
Yeah, the green dirt of Sturgis. You're absolutely right. And we are going 42 laps on a 4+ mile oval. This is a very, very super speedway. We are going 42 laps, which totals about 175.6 miles. The pit window today is roughly 16 to 19 laps going around this 4.182 mile oval. Cautions are on. And of course, that is going to be, that's going to be that large of a speedway. This large of a super speedway is going to be difficult. You get caught at the far end of this track, it might take you a while to get towed back to the pits.
Very super speedway. Right in on the wall.
Crash into the wall. That is your race information brought to you by Gum Booze, the only stick of chewing gum that has a full day's worth of drinking packed into one small piece. Find it in the grocery aisle right next to the normal chewing gum. Looks just like it. Gum Booze. Taste the alcoholism.
I got to make sure that nobody tries to crash into that Stevie Wonder wall. Otherwise,
exactly.
Today is not going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you.
No one will see that coming, especially if you hit the Stevie Wonder wall. But we got some keys to the race. You're going to be seeing a 42-lap race. They are the keys to the race, brought to you by DiscountCondoms.com, the website warehouse for prophylactics at high volume and low cost and medium size and also medium-sized effectiveness. DiscountCondoms.com. You're buying them in bulk online. What do you expect? And
the expiration date is only a number.
This one is safe. Now, the definition of safe, that's very loose, but it's not safe like thank goodness. Be sure to watch your fuel. Beware of late cautions. And go ride some bikes around.
Yeah,
go get yourself into some cosplay for dads. We are in Sturgis, South Dakota, after all.
That infield's looking like either an audience section or a refugee camp. I can't tell the difference.
Well, maybe a little bit of both, I think, is what it actually is. But that is true. And Lord, those are some interesting keys to the race because, once again, last week, we'll get to last week, what happened again in just a bit. But main reason to watch for fuel is because, again, you run out of fuel on a 4 mile track, that is a long way from pit road. If you find yourself out of fuel, so we might see him pit a little more frequently, be a little more cautious, because again, you find yourself 2 miles away from your pit stall, your race is basically over.
That's right.
And late cautions, of course, can always shake things up. Late cautions in the race might just bunch everybody up together and everything like that. But right now, everybody's bunched together because they ain't started yet. But on the pole for the second time this season and the third time in his career, it's that 41. It is that 41 car, Jim Blossoms. Jim Blossoms driving the Plasma Train 41 Ford. He is on the pole this evening. I believe that's the second time in a row, second race in a row he's been on the pole. I believe he was on the pole last week in Dega.
That's right. You're right there.
So there you go. That is
awesome, man. Roll that beautiful thing.
Yeah, let's get right to it. Let's see let's just remind everyone of the incredibly dumb and incredibly amazing thing that happened last week. It was the Performance Art at 100 and J, and holy shit, we went fast, upwards of 270 miles an hour, roughly. There were a lot of cars that led the race. No, we went really, really fast, like unsafely fast.
It was like a hurricane of diesel fuel and.
Yep, and inadvisably fast, some may say, actually, because that's kind of things that would happen. What did you expect was going to happen when we were going this fast? But yeah, that was our significantly sized one involving Big Daddy Thibodeau, Thicker Richard Ketchup, Bowie Jessup, Bucket Dushine, but winning the death trap out of it all, Petrol Top Off, he held off Blario Blandretta. He led the last 3 laps of the race, but most importantly, he led the last one. Here are the standings going into one race to go with the playoffs looming ahead. I will tell you, every person on that first page is locked in. Kevin Boner Pillman, Jeff Gordon the horse, Jean-Paul Henry are the 3 who have yet to win a race that have locked a place in. Jeff Shanice, Giacomo, Paul Walker, they are in for now, but they are not safe just yet because Bowie Jessup all the way down to Ennio Sparini have a mathematical chance of racing their way into the playoffs today. As for the rest of it, that's about it. I'm being told we don't have any sort of updates on that. We're going to do our best to figure out. I got a list of who's still eligible. But yeah, that's basically what we got right here. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. That's kind of what we got going on right now. We got 10 drivers who are already in the playoffs because they have won races already this season. We've got 3 drivers that on points alone have already locked themselves in mathematically. And we got 3 drivers that are we got 3 spots. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drivers still eligible to fill in those final 3 spots. We will know after 42 laps who it will be.
Jeff, thanks for counting all my toes there. Just making sure they're still there.
There's a lot of them, but we figured it out and we got there, I think, eventually. But we are heading. Yeah, we've got them already on the track. Yeah, go ahead, Lloyd.
That's on my fingers and my chicken fingers.
Exactly. Oh man, I could go for some chicken fingers. We gotta hit Zaxby's after this, but not the wrong one.
Kratom store again. They have them up here.
Probably. I think how could they not have it? Anyway, yes. Well. We know already that Kevin Boner Pillman, Jeff Gordon the horse, and Jean-Paul Henry, despite not winning a race yet this season, have already locked themselves into the playoffs. Right now, those other 3 spots go to Jeff Shanice, Giacomo, and Paul Walker. But 7 more cars, 7 more drivers still can race their way in with a good performance today. Of course, winning will get you in. All sorts of things like that. But I think we are getting very close to the point where it is time to give thanks and pray.
Yes, I'll pray.
So let's head down to our official race prayer. Our official race prayer. We've got Reverend Berman of the Second Church of Sturgis, and he's going to give our official race prayer.
Understand, tonight is awful in here. Awful. No, it's already awful. I saw this on the schedule. Jets during the Christmas holiday. I took 4 deux at 6 o'clock, knowing what this would be. You know what a deux is? It's Canadian aspirin with a little bit of codeine in it, just enough to give you that pop.
You take glasses,
deux. I mean, you buy it over the counter up there, you can't here. It's like $10 up there, but it's like $100 prescription here. So you put it in all the corners of your suitcase. Do you have anything to declare? Oh, no.
Tell me your motto.
Deux. You always hope to have one Blue Jay game a year. You go to the Canadian CVS. It's funny.
That's a Fox Sports.
250, count of 222s. Yes, here they are. I'll take 4 of them. And they go, they always go, from the States, eh? Deux. You never take deux? You're not, just a little drop. Little 8% codeine, never hurt anybody. I know exactly what this night is.
Just took a dumb.
I've looked at this one for 6 weeks. We ready to go? Thanks, Al.
All right, well, amen. Yeah, amen.
Too many numbers, I tell you.
Amen, I think, but that was
oh man.
Well,
I remember when he had Paul Rudd as one of his correspondents.
oh, did he now?
Yeah, look at him. Look
Oh,
at him.
fair enough.
You're Duncan, not me.
Yeah, not me. Not me.
Not me.
Look at us.
Not me.
Look at us.
Look at this. Look at this.
Well, I think we are ready for a goddamn auto race. I think we are ready. Let's go down to our official, the Grand Marshal of this race, our official honorary starter, a very hungry John Madden for the official race command.
But anyway, here's how you slice it. See, a lot of people don't know. You have to slice it down the middle. See, and then you slice it across this way. Because what it is, it's a deboned chicken stuffed in a deboned duck, stuffed in a deboned turkey, with dressing between the chicken and the duck and the duck and the turkey. So as you cut down that way, you go turkey, dressing, duck, dressing, chicken.
I'm hungry too. I don't know if that was actually an official command, but I guess everyone kind of they figured it out, I think. But
I think he may have been either describing either the cuts of meat there on Hell's Kitchen or the 4-3 defense. I'm not real sure.
yeah, it might be. Well, maybe it was the 3D40, 3D4, or whatever that is.
God damn it, too many numbers.
Yeah, too many numbers.
Make my
Anyway,
head hurt.
I know.
Just pull me up a celery, man. That's all I need right now. But anyway, let's head to the starting grid for this race. This is the starting grid for the Akron Accident Prevention 500 on the front row. It's the 41 Jim Blossoms in that plasma train Ford, and Jean-Paul Henry is on the outside in the Ludger Beer Bomb Chevy.
Bear blood.
On row 2, it's Morris Mayfield, that 69 car.
Nice.
And Big Daddy Thibodeau in that number 62 Sinead Dodge for that South Tucson Youth Motorsports. On row 3, it's Paul Alcohol in that number 35 Bathhouse Jim's Bathtub Gin car. And Richard Blood in the 51 Boxawan car. I believe that is the champagne paint scheme. Box of champagne, I guess.
Blood.
On row 4, it is Joe John Winchester in that Guns for Gold, sponsored 4-7 Ford, and Jeff Gordon the horse in the number 8 Gunk Toyota for Iron Jeff Racing. On row 5, it is Bowie Jessup in that number 9 Gumboos car, and Nikolai the Soviet driving bear in that Russian Bears to You number 2 car. That's a Dodge from Matryoshka Inc. On row 6, it's Giacomo in that Kiss War Machine number 4 car, and Ricky Walton in the Temecula Dirt number 32 Pontiac Bonneville. On row 7, it is Jeff Shanice in that Jeff's Chinese Toyota car for Iron Jeff Racing, and Steve Thompson in the WeBuyDrugs.gov Ford for ATF Bureau Racing.
I got nothing.
On row 8, it is Ennio Sparini in that wall-to-wall salve Dodge for South Tucson Youth Motorsports, number 28 car, and his teammate Triple X Macklin in the number 13 Florida Georgia Lime car.
The Georgia South.
On row 9, it is Paul Walker in that 00 Nihilist Arbus car for Spub and Mortports, and Reverend Pastor Chavez in the number 33 Yes Toyota for Most Glorious
There's a
Motorsports.
speed trap on 81.
On row 10, it is Jeff Tanaka in that number 88 Jeff YE Toyota for Iron Jeff Racing, and Smiley Van Buren in the 11 KFC Eye at the Bones Ford.
It's the curse of Randy Bass.
On row 11, it is Kevin Boner Pillman in that Dongarex Inject-A-Pen 15 car, and Thicker Richard Ketchup in the Pontiac Bonneville number 82, sponsored by Globs of Cheese.
Dick Cheese.
And row 12, it is number 11, the number 10, Mr. Naga's most glorious driver, driving the Mr. Naga's number 10 car, and Woo-Ba-Ba in that 103 Hugger Oranges car.
Mr. Naga's most glorious oranges.
On row 13, it's Hans Vasspulver in that Slap Mart 99 Chevy for Slap Don Corporate Racing, and Bobrovsky in the Gray Bits number 1 car.
Slap Dot.
And on row 14, it's Blario Blandretti, sponsored by Blardy's today in the number 22 car for Most Glorious Motorsports, and Petrol Top Off in the number 90 car, sponsored by Trivia Gun.
Blivia Blun.
And on row 15, it is Bucket Douchshine in that Spubby sponsored car, number 55 for Spub and Mortports, and Fat Darrell in the Beefus car, the 8-1 car. And at the final row of the race, it is Il Matador Toto Rosanna, number 75 Air Supply car, and Doug Pork, who is sponsored by All the Ham.
Roll ham.
Well, holy shit, Lee! Okay, we're not going that fast this time. Jesus H. Christ!
Let's get the hell out of here.
Jesus H. Christ, Lee! Fucking settle!
Is that
Settle, Lee!
Just settle down when it's an elimination race.
Simmer down now! Corso, you maniac! Well, we're on the pace lap. Jim Blossoms leading the inside row. Jean-Paul Henry is leading the outside row. It's a wide racetrack. 4 miles is not it's a very long track, but it is a wide racetrack. There's a lot of room to move, Lloyd. There's going to be a lot of room to move, a lot of options to take lines and grooves on the track. And that always means we can go 5, 6, 7 wide, perhaps.
And they're going to be 20 wide one of these days.
They're going to be doing this for the whole race. Remember, this is the last chance to get in the playoffs. If you haven't won a race, well, you may be shit out of luck at this point.
Yep, pretty much.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
We're not paying these motherfuckers a damn cent extra if they don't win some damn races. That's the mentality they gotta have.
What he said, they're getting their money from their sponsors. That's good enough for them. Just a reminder while we're on the pace lap. Currently, there are 3 spots up for grabs right now. As the points stand after 14 races, Jeff Shanice, Giacomo, and Paul Walker. That's the 38, the 4, and the 00. They are in. The other 7 drivers that can pip them and get in at their expense that still have a shot at one of those last 3 spots are Bowie Jessup in the number 9, Steve Thompson in the 17, Bobrovsky in the 1, Mr. Naga's most glorious driver in the 10, El Matador Toto Rosanna in the 75, Blario Blandretti and Ennio Spari in the 22 and 28. We are coming around on the pace lap already, and let's go, Diddling boys! It's a goddamn auto race! Goddamn auto race! They are making all sorts of acceleration. They're going 4 wide right as they cross the start-finish line. Jim Blossoms pulls along the Morris Mayfield driven 69 NASCAR.
Nice.
And Mayfield just takes a big dip down, taking that low line. And again, he takes the lead, but this is only the very beginning of the first lap. You can lead this for 3 miles and still not get the points for that. Of course, the 69 car not in the running right now.
With a win, that automatically puts him in.
It sure does.
You gotta play the role of spoiler right there.
Absolutely.
When it flips up on the car, that keeps the car on the ground so you don't end up asking tea kettle flying 50 feet up there in the grandstands and causing a 1955 lead man's disaster.
That is 100% right, because as I neglected to mention, as Morris Mayfield is going to come around on this final stretch, and he is going to lead the first lap of this race. Morris Mayfield in that 69 car gets 5 big points for leading a lap today. He is not interested in points. He cannot make it in on points alone. He, however, can win the race because, as we have stated, there are 10 drivers that have won races this season. They are automatically in. The 15, the 8, and the 40.
That 5 wide here. This is
awesome. My God, this is amazing.
Go 6, come on.
Any of these drivers can get a win and work their way immediately in. For example, Triple X Macklin is in dead last place in points. If Triple X Macklin wins this race, Triple X Macklin is bumping somebody out of the playoffs and taking that spot for himself, for his 13-year-old self. Looking at now is his teammate Ennio Sparini as we head back to the front, and Paul Alcohol is following Morris Mayfield at the high end of this trap, but it looks like Mayfield is going to come back around on that turn and lead a second lap. Kevin Boner-Pillman is already in on points. He'd love to get a victory and get that team a nice boost of confidence, not just a boost to the groin.
Nobody wants to back in the playoffs like this, go winless, man.
Yeah,
it's like you just coasted in. It's like you're the undeserving mid-major team that just scooched their butt in the football playoffs. When everyone knows they're going to get shit canned by 42 points.
Now, the problem is they ain't play nobody.
End up your champion of the show there. Like, the points don't matter.
They didn't play nobody. They ain't play nobody. That's the problem. They ain't play nobody.
Honestly,
the drivers pay everybody, and that's why they are all good drivers.
Exactly.
Well, good is relative.
Well, yeah, good is relative, just like safe is relative. Look at him coming back around on this. 240 miles an hour and above. That ain't much safer than what we were doing before. And they are getting, look at how close teammates 60, Thibodeau and Macklin were getting really close. And Wubabala is in 11th place right now, but he's in a giant pack. So those numbers are all going to be all over the place because, again, first all the way down to 28th is 0.8 of a second difference. They are wide together, and Jim Blossoms is all by his lonesome on the low line. Let's see if anyone goes with him. He's got Doug Pork. Sorry, go ahead, Lloyd.
He must have got a hell of a run if he feels confident to go down there with no help behind the push.
Yeah, and eventually he got help from Wubabala and Fat Daryl, but it's now just Wubabala that's pushing him along. And an unlikely alliance there between...
The four combination.
Yep, there you go. And coming back around, taking the high line is Steve Thompson. Didn't even see him make his way up the track. But he is going to lead a lap, and he is going to be the leader 4 laps in. It is the 17 of Steve Thompson, and he is one of those cars that is still eligible on points. And he would love to get a win for the ATF. ATF Bureau Racing would love to get both of their drivers in. Joe John Winchester, the defending champion, has got to be the odds-on favorite. Man has won 3 races all season already. He has locked himself in from a long point. They would love to have that 17 car in playoff contention as well. What a great season that would be for ATF Bureau.
That's right, that would be. And you know Steve Thompson's going to drive like an asshole.
Absolutely.
Just to prove a point. Jeff Gordon, the horse, doesn't want to drive like an asshole because he's a horse.
Yeah, he just drives like a horse would.
He can't drive like a donkey.
He just drives like a horse would. I mean, you just have to assume the horse is... Oh, we got trouble! We got trouble! Caution is out! Caution's out!
Caution's out!
We got trouble. We didn't get a good look at it. I don't know who was involved. I'm getting word in my ear. We're gonna get some replays on it. I think it involved the 69 car.
Nice.
And the 22. Yeah, okay, that's the Blardis car, 22 of Blario Blandretti, and Morris Mayfield at the back of the field. That's Reverend Pastor Chavez again. I'm not entirely certain. I think Bobrovsky is involved in that too, which is unfortunate. As he was one of the ones in contention on points. We're gonna see if we can get. We're under caution right now. Lap 6. Pace car is out to kind of collect everybody. It's a little tougher on a 4-mile speedway to kind of get everybody to collect up there and get the pace car to set everything. So we'll be under caution for a few laps right now. This might change the pit strategy a little bit. Pit road's going to be open, I think, on the next lap. We'll get a replay as soon as we can for you on what in the absolute hell just happened.
Because that's got huge championship implications.
Sure does. Championship.
Everything in place there this early in the race.
Playoff implications. Interesting.
Talking about playoffs.
We are talking about playoffs. Not
Playoffs?
Yep. Absolutely. And right now, Jeff Gordon, the horse.
People are like, I just want to run a race.
Yeah, pretty much. Jeff Gordon, the horse, is in first place right now. And looks like there are some cars that are heading to pit road. That looks like it's the 00. That looks like it's the 15, the 11, and the 81 I'm getting in my ear that are going to pit road right now. We don't have the camera on them right now, but that is, I think some of them, I got to imagine the 69 car and the 22 car probably at pit road as well. They seem to have been involved in that caution. Not entirely certain. We're getting word on this. We'll get some replays to you in a second. I know it was towards the back end of the field, but again, the field was all together, so really can't tell right now. All we know right now is if you're the 8 team, you're very happy for those extra points. You're already in, but the 8 team is just getting some free laps led by being at the front of this.
Hey, look at this. We got this great crowd over here. You know, they know what it takes to fix a motorcycle just like it takes to fix a car. If your car stops leaking oil, you need to start worrying because it's out of oil.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just science. And by the way, Ennio Sparini in third place is actually the first place human in this race at the moment. Because first place is Jeff Gordon the horse. Second place, Nikolai the Soviet driving bear.
And are we sure that Steve Johnson's human? Are we sure that Steve Thompson's human?
Well, we know he's human, yeah. As far as I know, he is.
To me, he kind of seems like one of those computer algorithms.
He looks a little blurry when you see him, but I think it's just because I've been drinking sometimes.
Algorithms? Is that when the vice president gets funky?
Yes.
I didn't know that getting accidentally shot in a hunting accident was getting funky.
Chain fools. You're saying that Dick Unchained Melody Cheney shot Al Gore in the face somewhere in the woods.
They were the Ratchet brothers in doing it, yeah. Just a couple of Ratchet brothers going hunting. Accidents happen. We are 7 laps into this race. This is the WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis in Sturgis, South Dakota. Normally, this place is known for 2-wheelers of the motorcycle variety. We are putting 4 wheels times 32 on this racetrack. It is the Akron Accident Prevention 500. Jeff Gordon, the horse.
That's 128 wheels. That's way more than 2.
Woo! Look at the big brain on Lord. Okay, we're finally going to get ourselves. We're going to finally get ourselves a replay here.
Oh, no!
We'll have to get a better one there, but Bobrovsky. Oh, he tagged Kevin Boder-Pillman on there at some point. Well, we'll get a better idea of that, but it looks like Bobrovsky's day is over. And with that goes his playoff hopes, which is a shame to see Bobrovsky. His playoff hopes. He coming along. He was actually 3 spots out of the top half of the tables, and unfortunately, that looks like it's not going to be helping him this case. But right now, we are under caution, and we are seeing ourselves. We are now 7 laps down, going 42 laps. We are at lap 8. Pace car is still out. Looks like we're going to go another lap. We're crossing right now. If the lights go off on the pace car, that means that we're only going to go another lap under caution. But right now it's Jeff Gordon, the horse, followed by Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear. Ennio Sparini in third place. That is a huge boost for the 28 team.
That's right.
They are one of the cars that could race in on points.
That sounds like a political campaign if I ever saw one.
Fair enough, yeah. That is,
Ennio Sparini, more than you...
Go ahead. My bad.
I'm getting some intel that Ennio Sparini, I mean, more than usual, he's always complaining about it, but this year it's been more pronounced than usual. So you got to think, if he can sneak his way into playoffs with 1 win, maybe he'll be a little more content with his car, but maybe not. We'll see.
I mean, he has won races before. This wouldn't be his first race. He knows how to win races. He is a seasoned driver. He has, I'm kind of just looking up my stats here just to get kind of an idea.
He's been brined and fried and marinated. He is seasoned.
Just like Admiral Akbar if I need to cannibalize him.
He's got 2 career wins. He's been in the top 10 22 times, I believe.
Beaumont, we can't be talking about which Star Wars characters you'd eat at the barbecue again.
That's fair.
Look, I just took that quiz online, and I think those are incorrect predictions.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't. You know, sometimes you just gotta look. Sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants.
That BuzzFeed article was wrong.
That's right. Sometimes what the heart wants is a big Pizza the Hut P-Zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Star Wars character.
Get in the zone, P-Zone. I got you. Yeah.
Sometimes my P-Zone sticks to myself, and I gotta adjust my shorts in the middle of the
summertime. That's unfortunate. Well, as long as your P-Zone isn't burning, you're good.
Sometimes my P-Zone gets soaked with all sorts of urine that I can't flush out of my body because I'm driving 12 hours between stops.
That's why you get yourself one of them Gatorade bottles.
That's why you get yourself one of the official adult diapers of the Diddler Cup Racing Series, Race Shard adult diapers. You don't need a piss in no bottle.
Fair enough. Don't piss in a bottle. Get yourself a restart. There you go. This restart as we come along on lap 9. When we restart at lap 10, it will be a 33-lap race as we are about to restart the race in just a moment. Again, the restart brought to you by Reshart Adult Diapers, because when you want to be number 1, you don't want to be bothered with number 2. Restart your day, restart your bowels with Reshart.
Don't shit into a bottle either.
Don't shit in a bottle.
Those resharts, they can hold so much more shit, and you can use it as a much heavier projectile to throw at that asshole that keeps cutting you off when you're trying to drive down I-65 down to Birmingham.
Don't shit in a bottle, reshart. And oh goodness, I don't know what happened, but the 88 car is puffing out some smoke, and that does not look good. Again, the 88 is in the playoffs. We are restarting this race. We're going to see if we can get a look at what happened. I don't know if anything happened, if we made any contact. It was just an engine issue. I'm getting word it might have been non-contact. It was under caution, so I don't know. But we are starting things back up. Lap number 10, and Steve Thompson, that 17, is challenging the horse for the lead. We go up to the helicopter for just a second.
Steve, the horse don't have no drugs.
Yeah, the horse don't have no drugs. Well, I mean...
You can't fit drugs inside of a horse.
Yeah, it's a horse, not a mule, okay? It's a horse, not a mule. We're going to see what happened, and just to confirm, yeah, there was no contact, just smoke started. Looks like the engine just went on Jeff Tanaka's car.
Man.
That is just unfortunate.
When you shit in your pants and you're not wearing resharts and it gets stuck in your engine?
Pretty much.
Take care of your engine, take care of your bowels, and reshart.
Yep.
Now, they ain't paid us for that much advertisement time, but it just needs to be said.
Absolutely. We are on lap 10, and they are all bunched together. And you know what they say, Lloyd, about cautions?
They fuck all the time with no protections, making caution babies that they can't raise, which leads to a sad divorce.
Which we're going 7 wide, by the way. You want a caution? 7 wide is how you get.
7 wide, here we go.
7 wide is how you get cautions potentially happening. 11 laps in, Bucket Dushan just shot up the track and is challenging the horse for first place.
Vice Pulver with him. I could talk.
He does have Vice Pulver with him, and Vice Pulver is just side by side with Steve Thompson. We know how Steve Thompson has been driving. Wuba Bala is at the front of this, is towards the front of this as well.
Reverend Pastor Chavez getting run on the low line, though.
He sure has, and not only him on the low line. That's Thicker Richard Ketchup in that Globs of Cheese sponsored car, the 8-2. He's got Giacomo, who is one of the ones currently in the field on points. As we come around, Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear, has led a lap, but coming around it is a new race leader. It's Reverend Pastor Chavez in the sponsored number 33 Toyota Yaris.
Yaris. My S.
Yaris.
Yaris Norris. I am the Yaris Goo Goo Tube. And just like that, Smiley Van Buren just shot to the front of this. I'm sorry, say it again, Beaumont.
Didn't Goo Goo Gachood used to play for, didn't he used to play for LSU back in the day?
I think
I
so,
thought it was
yeah.
a small town in Louisiana, but I think they named the town after him.
Maybe so, yeah. That's
Small population, only like 40 people there.
Goo Goo Gachood, Louisiana. Yeah, that's a lovely place.
Greatest export is mosquitoes.
Second greatest export is good pussy.
I would possibly rank those differently, but that's just me. That might just be me. I don't know if I'm going to rank mosquitoes high on anybody's list. Look at Ricky Walton, the 32 car. They have not had the best of seasons. The HT Bassmet team. But one win can change everything. That is the beauty of this chaotic format. That is the Diddler Cup Racing Series. And Giacomo is side by side, and right on his left rear is Big Daddy Thibodeau. Another car already in the playoffs, has won one race this season.
Look who's got behind him now.
And in third, right behind, catching that draft is Wuba Bali. The Hugger Orange is 103, the iconic 103. That iconic orange color of Wuba Bali as he is charging towards the front. Absolutely, a win would change everything. Wuba Bali has been a man,
champion on the actual streets of South Tucson.
Yep.
Qualified for the All-Star race last year. Almost won the damn thing.
Sure did. And a crowd favorite.
On my first hand.
A crowd favorite if there ever was one. Of course, the All-Star race in 2 weeks.
I heard him challenge some guy with no neck to a heads-up race around Talladega. I mean, the old Talladega, the fake cheap one.
Yeah.
And he won it. And that's how he got started, driving a Dodge Neon in a heads-up race against a guy with no neck.
T-boned the fuck out of him.
Sure did.
It was a beep, beep, you son of a bitch. My name is Ba-Woo-Ba-Ba.
Absolutely. And he is made his way into the premier stock car racing circuit in the entire known world. And now that we know that there are other universes that exist, that we just got to find them through, other wrongly named Zaxby's, we can say multiple universes. I can say multiple universes.
Multiple?
I know they exist now. My mind has been opened.
Damn. You've been listening to that Joe Rogan feller?
I mean,
that the guy who got stuck in the mansion in Dothan, Alabama?
No, that's the guy who forgot stuff because he was eating a big bowl of chili.
Who? Dana White?
No, that's Mr. Clean.
Yeah, that's Mr. Clean. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't. Not again. He looks a lot. He's the guy that looks a lot like that Ashley Girls Name guy who used to promote the MMAs.
Damn.
I remember Ashley Girls Name. He was a weird dude.
He's a weird guy. But you know it's not fucking illegal. It's Bucky Dewshine making a move to the front.
Bucky Dewshine has looked good. He started, I believe, in row 15. He started way at the back, and he is up there with defending champion Joe John Winchester. And look at that beautiful shot of these cars going around this mighty super speedway. WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis. 4+ miles long. Jean-Paul Henry is tailing off the back, but I think he just maybe came off the turn badly. We'll see if he sticks with it. Bucky Dewshine has, in fact, won a race this year already, so again, that would not lock in an 11th drive. Well, I guess a 14th drive. We can already say that the 15, the 8, and the 40 are locked in despite not having won. They are good enough on points. Kevin Boner-Pillman, we get what we're saying, how important it is to just get that win and get that confidence. Kevin Boner-Pillman is in first place on points, having not won a single race. That is an incredible feat. That just shows how consistent and how good that team is. They just need a little bit of luck going in their direction.
He's not pumping erratically. He's just pumping in a steady rhythm.
Yep.
He just knows when to find his spots, when to go in, when to go out, when to pull out, and when to just keep it nailed to the floor.
You sons of bitches! Look
Wuba Bali is at the front of this race right now, 17 laps in. Well, He just got passed on the underside by Steve Thompson and Doug Pork driving that all the ham. But he's got Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver right behind him, pushing him along. He's now got Bowie Jessup right behind him. Is Wubabali, but Steve Thompson is currently leading this race. Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver did, in fact, lead a lap, that last lap. We saw also something was going on with the 8-1 car. Fat Daryl. Oh, goodness, there's smoke somewhere. Where is he? Caution's out. Who is it? All right, looks like it's I see the 33. I see the 22.
That's for Chavez and Blandretti.
Oh, that is teammates for Most Glorious Motorsports. That is not good. I saw that. I think I saw the 51 car going around.
Man, that is a thick-ass cloud of smoke.
Oh, man, that is unfortunate. Every single car from Most Glorious Motorsports might have been involved in that.
Oh, man.
Wow. Well, we're under caution right now.
And Mr. Nog is not going to be happy, man.
No, he is not. He does, in fact, have one driver in the playoffs. That is Reverend Pastor Chavez. But it does not look like he is going to get a second driver in, as the 10 and the 22 could have qualified in on points with the right amount of results going their way. I don't think they're in right now. We're going to see what happened. Look at all those cars that are out right now. What in the absolute hell happened here?
Oh, man.
Man,
in
there
51. In the blood taking out Blandretti.
Yeah, the 51 was involved in it, and that is...
Car too.
Well, that is an unfortunate scenario for Most Glorious Motorsports.
That's right. I mean, when you just have stuff like this, it's just totally unnecessary. I mean, it's cool to see teammates race each other, but Mr. Knox, Most Glorious Driver, and Mario Andretti, they got to feel cheated out of an opportunity, especially for Mario Andretti, who has been longing to win a championship for so long, because we know how successful a driver he is.
Yeah, just a reminder, that is Blario Blandretti. Blario Blandretti driving the Blardy's car.
We got pitters.
We do have pitters. We are pitting here. Looks like basically the entire field is going to pit road right now here on lap 18. Now, this is about when a scheduled pit stop was probably going to happen. We said the pit window was about 16 to 19 laps. This is right in that window, so it may actually not change things too much if we go green flag racing pretty soon. But leading this race right now, and we're going to see if that changes when the race off pit road happens. But
haven't you ever used the air gun before to change the damn tires? Come on, get it together.
Oh boy, well, petrol top off. As that's the beauty thing, is our commentary booth is right over pit road, so Lloyd can just open the window and just yell at these pit crews who don't know they don't know shit. They don't know anything. They're just kind of.
Have you ever used an air gun to get a cat toy out from underneath the oven?
Exactly. That's what I use mine for. Petrol Tava looks like he's going to continue to lead this race.
He had a quick pit stop there.
He had a great pit stop. He had a great pit stop. He held on to that first place. He had it under the caution. Petrol top off, the winner of last week's race
at double up
at Experimental First Draft Speedway, raced his way into the playoffs. He is in his second season, in his rookie season in the Diddler Cup. He made it to the Final Four. He had a chance to race for the championship on the last race of the season.
That's the thing. His rookie year, he didn't even win a race. He was just consistent all the time.
He was just that good.
Race. He's got that 800-pound gorilla off his back.
He sure does, as opposed to it being a bear, which is, of course, his teammate. And we are under caution right now. 19 laps in, 42 laps total, 175 miles. Hans Vaspulver in third place right now. He is already in. He's won, I believe, 2 races for himself this year.
That's right, in his rookie season, too.
Yeah, his rookie season. He is one of 3 drivers to have won multiple races this season. Joe John Winchester, of course, winning 3. Hans Vaspulver has won 2 already, and Smiley Van Buren, that 11 KFCI at the Bones car, who's currently sitting in 20th. He is in with 2 wins this season. 10 unique drivers have won races all this season. Will we see an 11th, or will we have a repeat winner? Because, of course, another win for somebody already in. Whoa, we're going to see what happened that caused that call. Oh, no. There was an issue on pit road. Oh, the Nihilist Arby's car and the child.
Macklin boxed him in.
He sure did.
I think there was pit crew members underneath both those cars. I mean, I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, I did see some piece that looked like it was flying off of Paul Walker's car, but that could have been a person. I don't know. Wow. Well, he just...
Macklin's going to go griefing here. He's in last place.
He was griefing. He absolutely was. I mean, I'll tell you right now, they do sell them. They do sell them special the headphones where what you can listen into the race radio. I gotta tell you, the stuff that Triple X Macklin is saying while he is driving is absolutely just filthy and inappropriate, and it's what you'd expect from a 13-year-old on a race radio. We are under caution, almost at the halfway point in this race. We are 19 laps down. We got 23 laps to race. We are still under caution. Petrol Top Off is your race leader.
And the field is thinning out fast. A lot
is.
of drivers are having their hopes dashed.
It sure is.
Smashed
against the
25 on lead lap now.
They are taking everybody's dreams. They're taking them off the rack at the Kmart's.
Yep,
They're
basically.
taking them off the racks at the Kmart's, and they're just thrown up against the wall, stomping their foot in it, then grinded that foot into the wall, and then calling for an associate and saying, hey, this dream of mine to become a Diddler Cup champion, make the playoffs, that's busted now. I'm going to want me a refund.
It's heartbreaking.
And all
Brings
of a
a tear
sudden,
to your eye.
you got a Little Caesars Pizza Cafe on sale at the local flea market.
Hey, man, you
That's
seen
right.
that? You seen that pizza that explodes out into several calzones?
A Lotus.
That sounds amazing.
I saw that on BuzzFood.
I want it.
I don't know about this. I kind of want it though now. I'm starving now. That's amazing.
Wait, what? Well, you cut it into the calzone and then it explodes out like a pizza?
Yeah, you just cut into the pizza and then it explodes in a bunch of calzones.
Is there fire underneath of it?
Hell if I know.
If you want it to be, I guess you could probably ask for it that way. I don't know. I don't understand how. I don't understand the physics of that, how that works. But it looks like we are going to go green flag racing at lap 22, and we are going to split this race in half.
Hey, you guys remember that Italian restaurant down in South Tucson called Mama Lugano's?
Yeah, of course.
They tried something different, but it was a little too messy, and I think it was just to wipe out some of their opposition. They
That's
put
fair
a
enough.
grenade in a calzone, I heard.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, you don't want to. Last I checked, Grenada isn't in Italy.
No, you don't want to mix Italian and Spanish in between the same meal.
No, not at all. That's how you start a war.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, hell, the veal's the best in town.
Pineapple does not belong on pizza. Pineapple does not belong in your exploded calzone.
Absolutely.
Grapefruit does not belong in the bedroom with your significant other while you're...
Thank you. Thank you. Needs to be said. Might upset people, but it needs to be said.
Darlene, I want my money back.
21 laps to go when we go green flag racing in just a moment. We are halfway through this race. This is the Akron Accident Prevention 500 from WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis in Sturgis, South Dakota. This is the final regular season race. Before the playoff field is set, 13 drivers know they will race for a 2021 Diddler Cup Championship. 3 more spots are available. Will it be a winner of this race that has not won yet this season? Will it be points that determine it? As of right now, going into today's race, it is Jeff Shanice, Giacomo, and Paul Walker that are in. But that could easily change. A man like Steve Thompson could race his way in on points. He is currently in second as we come around to restart this game. This race, excuse me. Bowie Jessup down in 22nd. He is still eligible. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver, unfortunately out of it. El Matador Toto Rosanna with the right. He's in 9th place, has a chance to race his way in. So does Ennio Sparini in 8th. But they're going to need a little bit of help. They're at the tail end of those standings to race their way in. Mathematically, it's possible, but they need a lot of help.
That's right. They're going to need a lot of help. And by the way, Petrol Top, I've got a terrible start. I don't know how he's running, but the 8-2 and the 8-3, them active food boys, they are moving like a damn sumbitch.
They are moving like the buffet just opened. And sure enough, it is Thicker Richard Ketchup who just shot up into second place in that globs of cheese car. Another member of the Mouthfeel family. And, of course, Doug Pork driving the All the Ham 8-3 car. And we are seeing they're going 3 wide here. Lap 22 of 42 right now as they come back around. And it looks like Petrol Topov is going to hold on to that lead. But look at Bucket Dushan going low. He has been driving like an absolute maniac. I would normally say an asshole, but he is driving like a lunatic today. Bucket has no fear in that Spubbitt car. And it has paid off to him so far.
He's also got a case of that. He's also got a No Fear T-shirt.
Yeah, of course he does. That goes without saying.
It's got Tweety Bird on it. I think he got it on Wish somewhere.
That's fair.
It's got a Tweety Bird and SpongeBob on it.
Yeah, that's a weird combination I ain't never seen before, but hey, if it works, it works.
Tweety Bird, a SpongeBob, and a little Bill on it.
Who
Yeah.
lives in a
weird
pineapple
combination.
with no fear? Triple X Macklin.
Absolutely. Well, Triple X
That's right.
Macklin,
He's a
Triple X
child.
Macklin
He don't
has
have
the,
fear.
yeah, he's a child. He ain't got no fear. And Triple X Macklin is currently in 23rd place. But Triple X Macklin has a T-shirt I saw he was wearing. He was wearing one of those like I ain't seen them for about a good couple of decades. But them big balls shirt where they're just it's like about sporting equipment, but they make the big balls joke. I guess the 13-year-old finds that hilarious.
Maybe that's something his daddy bought him.
Maybe so.
That seems-
Well, we got a
that
new
seems like-
race leader.
That's right, we do. We got Bucket Dushan that came around this last lap and will lead it. But, of course, it's a whole other thing here to try and hold on to the lead because
Yep.
it's so massive. And you get a good run, and all of a sudden you can just slingshot your way up to the front.
Sure can. He has crossed the start-finish line. He will get the 5 points for leading a lap at the very least. And right behind him, it was a car that we saw at the back of the lead pack was Jean-Paul Henry. Seems to have... we thought there might have been issues with his car, but he was doing all right. He is currently sitting in second. And Ennio Sparini, another veteran driver, is towards the front. So is Giacomo. Giacomo trying to protect his spot in the playoffs. Even without a win, he can have a good finish and make his way into the playoffs. But that 4 team would love to get a win and get a second win for War Machine Racing and a second car in victory lane for War Machine Racing. But Bucky Dushan's got a fast car right now. They're going 179 after this restart. Haven't quite gotten up to their top speeds of 240, 242. But they're looking good. There are some strong looking cars. You're getting a good idea of as they're approaching, about to put Jeff Gordon the horse down a lap. I didn't even see Jeff. I didn't even see what happened with the horse, but they just split the whole field. Oh my God. Maybe the horse had blinders on and didn't see everybody coming up on him. But that is a spotter. That is a fault of a spotter, which I imagine is probably also a horse. I don't quite know what happened.
He's got a crew chief that's a horse. He's got a pit crew that's I don't know. Maybe they're horses. Who could say?
Yeah.
All we know is we're getting to about lap 26.
We are.
And I've just been handed the envelope that tells us this: the Parts Unknown Auto Parts Race brought to you by Parts Unknown Auto Parts.
That is Parts Unknown Auto Parts. This is the Parts Unknown Auto Parts for the race, lap number 26. It's known now. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant, but if it's for a car, you want to go to Parts Unknown Auto Parts.
Alice? Who the fuck is Alice?
Oh man, she gives great head.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I mean, she does say you can get anything you want there, so I mean, if that's really what you want. I mean,
I gotta say, Lord, I'm glad they're handing you the envelope now. I hated in the old days when the secret lap, they say the secret lap, and then the Ultimate Warrior would fall down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And he'd stay there for like 20 minutes. Like, it's much better now.
It's very weird. And then, of course, the problem was anytime they wouldn't, and the season before that, they didn't tell us what the secret lap was. And anytime we mentioned the secret lap without knowing, everyone was just start screaming and nobody could hear nobody. It was like, ah! It's annoying.
It sounds like one of those TV shows.
Yeah.
I'm probably too out of my mind to realize I was watching at the time. You ever get so high that one day you just forget where you are, and the next minute it's 3:30 in the morning and you're seeing that damn Ryan Popeil talk to you about how you can forget all that bullshit
What do I
You set it and forget it. Like when you're putting a hit on somebody.
Yeah, what do I need? What do I need a home rotisserie for? Let's be honest here. I can go out and get me some good old-fashioned Kenny Rogers roasters, and I can get myself
I know a friend that works at the funeral home. That's not a problem.
I remember Kenny Rogers back then. He had some funny-ass jackass stunts.
He did. Kenny Rogers Jackass was my favorite show growing up. That was such a good show. Oh, man. Remember when he just drank milk until, he drank milk until he puked?
Was a gambler and knew when to fold.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're looking at Big Daddy Thibodeau coming up on the lowland with Smiley Van Buren and Jeff Shanice in 4th place right now in that lead pack. That is 3 past winners this season, and Jeff Shanice looking to try to race his way into the playoffs with a good finish. He is capable of doing it. He is in the best spot for that. He was 14th. He had the 14th spot going into today's race.
Battle up at the front.
Yep, it is a fast food battle. Jeff Chinese, KFC, and Spubby. And, of course, Smiley Van Buren and Bucky Dushine both are already in the playoffs, so they'll be helping each other out.
Bucky Dushine's just driving like he's chasing the purple dragon at the Spubby.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like he's chasing the Spyro the Dragon at the Spubby.
I didn't know you could chase that dragon out of Spubby.
That's true. Didn't they used to have like them old PlayStation 1s?
Oh, yeah.
Like the video games and the ball pits with the vomit and the disinfectant.
I mean, I've never been to no Spubby that had a ball pit, but I mean, maybe I'm just not going to the right Spubbies.
Oh, man, it was
maybe
awesome.
not going to the right balls.
Yeah, maybe not. Not going to the right ball pits. Now, I imagine that Spubby, the balls in the ball pit are probably made of the same plastic that's in the bread.
Oh, but
that
so
Italian colored bread there.
Of course, yeah. It's a nice 7-grain ball pit. They are really spreading out here in this. A good point. It is, in fact, a meatball marinara ball pit. That's fair. It's a meatball pit. That's a good point. Thank you there.
It is a football footinera.
Football footinera. Yes. That sounds delicious. I could go for a Spubby right now.
Football foot in my ass.
Yep.
What I ought to give somebody.
Absolutely. Well, we have, just as a reminder, in 2 weeks' time, in just under 2 weeks' time, Sunday, August 29th, is the Gumbooze Pointless Rextravaganza, the All-Star Race. A little break between the regular season and the drive to the playoffs. A 10-race playoff marathon.
Nice little celebration. We're getting halfway there.
We are getting ourselves to it. We have all-star voting. 18 drivers will race their way to try to make it into the main event. And they will join, I believe there is a field of 8, 10, 12, 15 cars already in the main event. They will be joined by 3 more cars. Based on racing in via the qualifier, which the 18 cars that can be voted for will compete in. And also you, the fans, vote in by calling our 1-900 number, 1-900-909-9900, to vote for your favorite driver. Of course, that is...
Conditions may apply.
Exactly, yep.
Call your parents first. Get their permission.
Get your parents' permission before calling. It is $7.99 for the first. It is $7.99 for the first minute, $4.99 every additional minute, and we will talk really, really slow as we say who you want to vote for. But right now, Bucky Dushine has not relinquished this lead, but he is going to in just a second, it looks like. As our leader right now is the 11 car, his teammate getting 5 points, Smiley Van Buren. Man, these Spubby cars have been great all season, haven't they, boys? They got 2 cars already in the playoffs, 3 wins across the 2 of them, the 11 and the 55, and they got the 00 car, which has a good chance of racing its way into the playoffs, and Paul Walker.
I like that. And by the it, I mean the way these Spubby Mortport's cars been driving all day today. They're making a good push.
Absolutely. KFC I Ate the Bones is happy to be sponsoring the 11 car as he's got the Giacomo Kiss War Machine right behind him. He just took a dive low to the outside, to the inside to try to get in there. That's true. The 00 car not looking good at the moment. Have to see how things go.
We just got 10 laps to go. Oh my! I'm shaking. This regular season, this first part of the season is almost over. We're almost to the halfway part of the season. I'm excited for Last Man Standing All-Star race.
Oh, it's gonna be the best.
There's gonna be music. There's gonna be knife vendors. There's gonna be Kratom CBD. Music.
You say knife vendors?
Knife vendors, yeah.
Kratom CBD? What am I going to do? I don't own a CBD player.
CBD? You ever heard of that?
Usually you got to pay extra for that.
Look, I'm down with CBD. Yeah, you know me. It's fine.
Isn't CBD where they break out the hum stretcher and all that?
Oh, maybe.
I heard even the local rust vendor is going to be there.
Rust vendor?
Wow.
Rust vendor.
Didn't Rust Vendor used to race in the 80s?
Yeah, Rust Vendor, the Rust Vendor.
That's right. My uncle beat his ass once down at Bowman Gray.
In a race or in a fight?
Yes. We got some time here. Our official sponsors, the Akron accident. We're all here about accident protection ourselves. I know there's some crazy shit going on in this world right now, but I'm glad that Zaxby's has decided to step up. If people don't like to take their medicine, what do? They hide in something like a bowl of ice cream, a fried chicken, a turducken. So what they're doing is Zaxby's is actually injecting the COVID vaccine with Zaxby sauce. They're calling it the Zaxine. It's your first dose.
Yep.
You get a little taste of Thousand Island for a while.
Of course.
You feel a little sluggish.
Yeah.
Yeah, chicken meal, you're fine. Then you come back in a few days, go to the drive-thru, get yourself a Raspberry Coke, get your second injection of the vaccine. And you're fine.
Now, hold it.
You'll feel like shit for a few days, but you'll be fine. It's all for the greater good.
It's worth it. Get your vaccine, you idiots.
Now,
God damn it, get the vaccine.
Now, hold on. I've been reading on the Facebooks, right, that they're going to need a third shot of the vaccine at some point.
Oh, that's too many.
Is anybody going to complain about having to go to Zaxby's a third time? I'm sure shit ain't.
No, I'm not going to complain about going to Zaxby's.
You know, that's fine.
In South Dakota, the reason why they're against it is they don't have Zaxby's up there.
That's got to be why. That's
probably it. They got to go to some local chicken shack there, and they're not going to do it. They're going to say, here, take it up your nose.
Yep, take it up your nose or, sleep it off. You'll be fine. But no, they will not be fine. But who is fine right now with 8 laps to go coming around, about to be 7 laps to go, Bucky Dushine and Smiley Van Buren, the Spubby 1-2 punch with Big Daddy Thibodeau in third place right behind. Morris Mayfield in the 69 car has raced his way back up to the front here, but so is Petrol Topoff. That is your top 5 at the moment. And as we go down, there is Giacomo looking pretty good to stay in the hunt. Jeff Shanice also looking pretty good right now in 11th place.
I'm surprised that Smiley Van Buren tried to pull down that inside line. He's letting Big Daddy Thibodeau get through. Petrol Topoff's trying to make a move here for around the outside. That's
very surprising. Looking at Kevin Boder-Pillman and Joe John Winchester lost the pace there. I'm not sure what happened there, but they are back at the back. But Kevin Boder-Pillman and Joe John Winchester are already going to be in the playoffs. We are seeing a lead pack of 19 cars right now, and 7 to go.
Just here to drive like assholes. When do we last pit, by the way? Ain't these boys going to run out and field at some point?
Oh, that is possible. I'm not entirely certain, but when they do, if they do pit, they will be getting a full tank of high-quality, high-octane Beepus fuel, the official fuel sponsor of the 2021 Diddler Cup. Put a little Beepus in your tank. Beepus.
And Chippy, funny you mentioned the 1-2 punch. It's actually the new flavor of Tucsonade.
Oh, fair enough. Tucsonade 1-2 punch. I like it.
Yeah, it's a hint of cherry and yellow.
Now what flavor is yellow?
It's yellow.
It's yellow. Like when you mix red and blue together.
Fair enough. We got about 5 laps to go in this regular season, by the way. It's gonna be sad sight when we get past the regular season, because that just means there's less Diddler Cup racing that we had in front of us than we had before us.
But it gets more exciting for those unfamiliar. We're looking at Jeff Shanice right now, who is trying to protect a spot in. He is in second place right now, right behind the 55 of Bucket Dushine. But Jeff Shanice is looking to try to win this goddamn auto race with 5 to go. He would race his way in, and he would be the third of all 3 of the Iron Jeffs to be in the playoffs. And just while we're talking with 5 to go, the playoffs are as such. 16 drivers make it. Now, we are still going to race all 32 cars every race, but it is 3 races. So the top 16 drivers will have their points readjusted. They'll be adjusted, so it'll be a 16-car field that will race. 3 races, and then the bottom 4 drop off. Another 3, bottom 4 drop off. Another 3, bottom 4 drop off. We have 4 drivers that will compete at the final race of the season, and highest finish gets that win and gets that championship. It's exciting, isn't it?
That's right. Totally not at all contrived. Totally
No.
not at all artificially manufactured to try and boost ratings, to try and compete in football season.
Absolutely.
Just pure organic racing the way it ought to be.
Absolutely.
Hot day.
And I think just to boost ratings a little bit, I heard they're going to be changing it up once again next year. Because why not? Boost some ratings. Get these guys on their toes. Once the drivers get familiar and comfortable with how to race for a season, just be like, we're going to shake it up again, so they're all just crazy and dumb as hell. We are basically going 6 wide with 4 laps to go and 15 cars within a second of the lead. This is awesome.
This is awesome, man. Look at the beautiful, wide splendor of South Dakota off in the distance.
Absolutely. You know, we were driving in, we saw, I was driving, I think some of y'all might have been sleeping because we were driving through the night to get here, but we did drive past the big old faces in the rocks at Mount Rushmore. You know, it's amazing that nature can create something so beautiful and so perfectly likenesses. Long before those presidents were ever born, nature just created that thing, and it was just beautiful. It's amazing. Ain't nature amazing, guys?
It's like one of them laser forge printers I bought for $4,000 on a drunk expedition on Amazon one night.
Once again, ain't nature beautiful
and
and amazing?
I've been on a drunk expedition on Amazon once. I'll tell you what, Darlene gave me a lap dance.
I didn't know you can get a lap dance on Amazon, but that's amazing.
I found out that's better with Amazon.
Yeah, fair enough.
Amazon Prime can only be divided by 1 and itself.
Yep. Absolutely. That's how it works. That's just science. 3 to go and Bucket Dushine. 2 to go and Bucket Dushine has, in fact, maintained the lead in this race. He's got Hans Vaspulver, another. He has, yeah. Shanice has fallen off. We will see what that does. That will be a big reveal when we show the final standings of this goddamn auto race and these 15 races that we have had. Will Jeff Shanice, will Giacomo, both in 13th and 11th right now. Will Paul Walker, whose race ended, he's stuck in 26th place. Will they be high enough? Will they hold off drivers like Bowie Jessup, who's only in 22nd? Doesn't look like that's good enough for him right now. Steve Thompson down in 19th. Does not look like it's good enough for him. El Matador Toto Rosanna might be too far behind, as is Ennio Sprini. We will see. It is going to come down to it. We are coming around. We go to the wide angle with nothing to see but beautiful Sturgis. And with another final turn coming around, we are going to the final lap. White flag for Bucket Dushine.
There we go.
And look at this.
Here, this is season. Somebody is going to need to make a run if they're going to save their season.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they will have to. And we are going to see what this does.
Nicola Soviet driving bear is just going to try and get in everybody's way.
Yeah, that is lap car.
Close up on Bucket Dushine.
And so will be the 50. If they drive fast enough, so will be the 15 and the 9. It's like, unfortunately, Bowie Jessup not going to race well enough to get himself into the playoffs this year for Bowie Jessup. That is a shame. 17 of Steve Thompson is off the pace as well. Does not look good for them. So it looks good for those who held serve, so to speak, which might be good news for the 38, the 4, and potentially the 00, as the next 4 behind the 00, as Bucket Dushan takes the win here at Sturgis, winning his second race of the season, and the 4th for Spub and Mortports. A great second place finish for Hans Vaspulver, a great third place finish for Thicker Richard Ketchup. Jeff Shanice holds on to his 14th place spot with a 4th place finish. And look at that, 2 top 5 finishes for Adjective Foods. Doug Pork in 5th. Ennio Sparina, Jim Blossoms, Petrol, Top Off, Smiley Van Buren, and Woo Babalit. Top 10 finishes for all of them. Giacomo, 11th place, might be good enough. We will see what happens, but Bucket Dushan wins this goddamn auto race and bumps himself up into the playoff standings. There's going to be some really good racing coming up with this. As we have seen, race 15 is in the books. They take him to pit road.
I can't believe this regular season's almost over.
It is. Well, it is over, my friend. It is going to be the All-Star race in 2 weeks and 12 days' time.
Years, but it's almost over.
Yeah, God, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it feels like it was just yesterday that we were just climbing out of.
Just April.
Feels like it was just yesterday we were climbing out of a Sunoco Cup. But that is gonna be what it was. Our winner of this race, the official winner of the Akron Accident Prevention 500, Bucky Dushan, driving the Spub sponsored number 55 Ford for Spub and Mortports. Second win for him, and we already read it off, but there it is again, the top 10. Hans Vaspulver, Thicker Richard Ketchup, Jeff Shanice, Doug Pork, Ennio Sparini, Jim Blossoms, Petrol Top Off, Smiley Van Buren, and Woo Bali. Great top 10 finishes for so many of those drivers. Outstanding to see. Yep.
Hey, you ever been to the Panda Express and get yourself a ketchup Chinese pork?
A ketchup chat? No, I have not, but I'm gonna have to try that. I've never seen that. One of them new ones.
We're gonna have to because they finished 3rd, 4th, 5th.
That is gonna be a ketchup Chinese pork. In fact, let's go ahead and get to the moment everyone wants to know. Let's confirm it. Who is in the playoffs? Well, we know for one thing, it already was Bucket Dushan. He is your race winner. We know that Winchester, Vaspulver, Dushan, Van Buren, Thibodeau, Alcohol, Tanaka, Top Off, Pastor Chavez, and Blood are in. Who are the 6 that will join them? We know it's Boner Pillman. We know it's the horse. We know it's Henri. And there it is. It is, in fact, hold and serve. Jeff Shanice, Giacomo, and Paul Walker races his way in by 4 points. 4 points, y'all. 4 points. And that is the adjusted now. That is now an adjusted playoff points. So that is why everything got all turned all upside down there. And there we'll see other drivers will be racing for 17th place of the final 16. Steve Thompson missed it by 4 points. Bowie Jessup missed it by 13. Bowie Jessup missed it by 13. I do quite like Bowie Jessup. I want to see that young driver just do well. But coming up in 2 weeks' time, boss, it's going to be amazing. It is the Gumboos Pointless Wreck Extravaganza. We head to inconveniently far from a hospital speedway in scenic Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Get your yinzers out, boys. Get your yins out for the lads. Get your pits out for the lads. It's going to be an amazing. If you have not seen the Gumboos Pointless Wreck Extravaganza before, I can tell you, you should go and watch a previous one. It is amazing. It's going to be incredible. It is a 2-race spectacle around a figure 8 track. And it is going to be basically last man standing in the main event. It is last man standing in the main event. It is going to comprise of 2 races. It's going to be a goddamn auto wreck. You're absolutely right. We will have a qualifier where 18 cars will compete. And then we will have the main event where 15 drivers will be joined by the qualifier winner and a voted in. And the decision will be made whether it will be a second voted in driver or the second place finisher of the race. But it will be another 18-car race. That will be the main event, and that will be last man standing, and it's going to be amazing. So many people are going to get hurt, y'all.
That's what we came here to see.
It's the dumbest thing we've ever done, and I love it.
And we do it every season.
And you can, in fact, vote up until a week from tonight by calling the 900 number. Go ahead and check the link. That is how voting will work. I saw lots of votes were coming in. We will in fact be tallying the votes and letting y'all know how that's going. Basically, anytime the network produces that graphic telling you can vote, you can absolutely vote. Get your parents' permission before dialing the 1-900-909-9900 number, or just don't. I don't care. I ain't your parents.
You don't need your parents' permission. They don't care for shit.
They don't need to know. It's fine. Y'all, should we get to some replays?
Let's get some replays.
Let's get some replays going.
We got the replays. There ain't gonna be too many of them, but we didn't have too many crashes, but we had enough to just get us make this race a little bit spicy. I think we made it un poco picante, a little bit spicy. We led things off.
Heck, as they say.
Yeah, we led off with Jim Blossoms taking the green flag, but it was more.
Comer tu culo.
Gesundheit. Donde está la biblioteca? Was my favorite sports commentator. He was my favorite sports analyst. Donde está la biblioteca? And there we saw the first caution.
Oh!
It's like that involved. It's like that actually involved the Beefus car. The Beefus car. That was the 81. That meant it why the 81 car had an early exit. But Bobrovsky was involved mostly in that. We're going on board, I believe, with Bobrovsky right now.
See Fat Daryl up on his right rear quarter panel.
Yep, and just getting spun. And, I think he clipped the 15 car. That might have been why Kevin Boner-Pillman didn't have a good finish. That might have been why the Penn 15 car didn't have a good finish. He got clipped in that early wreck and just tried to hold on as best he could with a damaged car. That makes sense. Again, during caution, no contact on the 88 car. He was not involved in that wreck. It's like the engine just blew. Just engine.
Exploding calzone.
Calzone exploded on the. Looks like it was a piston problem, according. So he was pissed in, and then he was pissed off. Mr. Nagasmo, look at it. This is the thrill of victory and the agony of the feet in one clip, because Mr. Nagasmo's glorious driver leads a lap, and then on the same lap, this happens. Richard Blood and Reverend Pastor Chavez, Blario Blandretti, and it takes out Mr. Naga's most glorious driver, the most glorious motorsports team, in one foul swoop.
You had better you better stay away from some damn car washes, especially if they talk about the brushless business cars.
Yep.
The Eco 3-1.
We're going on board with Richard Blood right now. That is Blood, and looks like Pastor Chavez just got a little loose. And
that is blood all over the dashboard.
That is blood everywhere. Yeah, there is blood everywhere. And he was the hood was creased and just crumpled up, and he had right to pit road. We're going on board. I believe this is with Reverend Pastor Chavez. See if we can see what happened to him. Looks like he's right between. Yeah, he didn't get a good drive. I think there was that little bit of gap between the 35 and the Spubby car. That explains why he got a little loose and just slid up the racetrack. That's unfortunate for Pastor Chavez. He is in the playoffs, though. And we're seeing on pit road, we saw this before, what happened to the Paul Walker and the Nihilist Arby's car. Just getting into it with Triple X Macklin, who driving like an absolute asshole, just pins him in.
Just love to see it.
Yep, and Paul Walker still in the playoffs, so despite that setback, we saw Petrol top off leading the lap 23, and it was Bucket Dushine making his move, pushing to the front of the pack, making the pass on Petrol top off. Two past race winners. They're already both in the playoffs. Ennio Sperini following him. But Bucket Duchon held on to that lead, and he said he didn't want to get rid of it without a hefty fight. And he led a total of 19 laps. But most importantly, he led the final one. Bucket Duchon getting win number 2 this
Numero dos.
season. Numero dos for Bucket Duchon. Contending with lap down traffic. Holding off Hans Vasspulver and thicker Richard Ketchup. It was a given. We figured that Spubby car looked fast from basically the halfway point of the race. And he held on. Bucket Duchon gonna be hell to contend with in the playoffs. But we have our playoff field set. Boys, it is going to be exciting. We're just going to run it down again for you right now, just so you know who is in the playoffs. Joe John Winchester, 3 wins this season. Hans Vasspulver, Bucket Duchon, Smiley Van Buren, 2 wins each this season. That is the 47, the 99, the 11, the 55, and the 11. Big Daddy Thibodeau, the 60 car. Paul Alcohol, the 35. Jeff Tanaka, the 88. Petrol Top Off, the 90. Reverend Pastor Chavez, the 33. Richard Blood, the 51. They all have 1 win this season. And the 6 who raced their way in on points. Kevin Boner Pillman in the 15. Jean-Paul Henry in the 40. Jeff Shanice in the 38. Jeff Gordon, the horse, in the 8. Giacomo in the 4. And Paul Walker in the 00. Those are, one of those 16 drivers will be your 2019/2021 Diddler Cup champion.
We just skipped 2020 altogether. Probably for the best.
I think a lot of people would like to do that right now. Still don't quite understand what we had a panhandle Stamek for. But, go for a pan fight. Gotta get the Zaxine. Get the Zaxine! It's delicious!
Don't end up on the receiving end of another pan-seared steak.
Exactly!
Those leopards will eat your face!
Yes! Thank you! You don't want leprosy or anything else. It's bad. God.
Ain't good. You know what is good? Driving to a figure-8 track. I mean, we can't figure out why we call it inconveniently far away from a hospital speedway.
It's about the right
why
distance.
You need to get this vaccine so we can free up people. So when we get them to the inconveniently far from a hospital area, that they have beds available. So we ain't hawking out a goddamn lung. So this way, someone who's got a cranial contusion, we can treat them with medical knowledge instead of having to send them to the drive-through veterinary clinic down the road.
We don't want to send people to a Mayo Clinic or any other sort of condiment doctor, okay? We're not doing this. Get the vaccine, damn it!
I don't want to go to UCMP Medical Center and wake up dead the next day.
Absolutely. They're going to watch you anyway. You don't want to go where they're advertising it. Dang it. Get vaccinated, y'all. Please. So we can continue doing this so we're not trapped in a Sunoco Cup for another season. We can actually have these races go on and we can have a goddamn auto race.
That's right.
Good God.
I don't want to be used as a conduit to the afterlife ever again.
Exactly. I don't want to be a condom in the afterlife either. That's a bad bit of reincarnation. Thank you.
I don't want to use ketchup as a condiment on hot dogs, because that don't sound right.
No. Fair enough. You put chili on that like a goddamn American.
That's right.
Absolutely. You put meat on your meat, okay? I don't want to hear about if a hot dog is a sandwich or if a hot dog is not a sandwich. I don't want to care about no Schrodinger's meat here, okay? It's both. It can be both. We're going figure-8 racing next week, goddammit. No, not next week. In 12 days, goddammit. Sunday, August 29th. Sunday. God damn it, we're doing this thing. I'm excited. So many people are going to get hurt. And then we're going to take a break because they're all going to be in the hospital. And then on September 13th will be the start of the playoffs. That is what's happening. That's a Monday night. We're going Monday racing. And look out for more announcements. Get your votes in. You got a week to vote for your drivers in. You're going to be wanting to see this on Sunday the 29th. You're not going to want to miss this. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be damn awesome.
That would have been where I cut the mics because I'm fucking tired and I just screamed a lot. But, y'all got anything else to say?
I'm good for right now. We'll see you in Pittsburgh.
Me too. We'll see Yins in Pittsburgh in like 12 days. Goddamn, it has been a goddamn auto race.
All-Star race.
It's a goddamn all-star race. Hell yeah.